Kendel, we haven't talked to you in quite some time. How are you just recovering from your injury?
Just taking it day by day, doing what I need to do in the training room. Really taking my time with it, really. So, yeah, that's really all I've been on.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't even talked to you since the injury happened. Like, what was that like? Take us through. How tough was that on you?
It was tough. To be honest, it was more tough mentally than physically. Having an injury like that, you really go into a dark place. But now I'm kind of on the other side of it. I'm kind of changing my mindset, and I'm looking to grow from it, get healthy and be the best I can be once I get back from the injury.
Was that a surprise to you that you got hurt again? Because you'd rehabbed the season before and you were having a great camp and everything. Was that a surprise to you that you got hurt again?
Yeah, because especially that type of injury, you really don't expect that, you know what I'm saying? And I came back, I missed the Tulane game with concussion, so I came back the Tennessee game. So to go down, man, it really, the physical pain I really wasn't too much worried about. It was just mentally, and it crushed me. I'm gonna be honest, it really did crush me. But God got the plan, and I'm trusting God's plan. I'm doing everything I can to get back healthy. So that's kind of where I'm at with it.
You mentioned the mental part. What was helpful, especially after that injury happened, kind of getting you through the recovery process?
It's kind of like phases, you kind of have a phase where, why me? Why did this happen? You know what I'm saying? But I had a great support group, the coaching staff, my teammates, family, and just kind of going through that phase of just, kind of like, why did this happen to, okay, it happened, what am I going to do about it? And then going from what am I going to do about it to now I'm motivated. So now I'm on the other side of it where I'm motivated and I'm ready to get back from it.
Physically, feeling like ability starting to come back, like something like that as you progress through the physical part of the rehab?
You said no. You said
physically, you just feel like you're progressing. And,
all
that
yeah.
stuff.
Nah, definitely. I'm definitely pleased with my process. Obviously, I'm not where I want to be yet, but it's a process. You know what I'm saying? So I'm attacking every day, taking the little small checkpoints and wins that I get, and I'm stacking them up. So,
do you hope to be full go by fall camp?
That's kind of the mindset. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing Indian stuff now, kind of taking it day by day. I don't really want to. They really haven't been putting too much of a deadline on it, but yeah, I'm just kind of following their protocols and going by what they want. So.
Kendel, what's your initial impressions of the secondary through spring so far?
They've been good. We got a lot of young guys in it. You know what I'm saying? They're getting meaningful reps, and even the older guys are taking their time. Teaching these younger guys. So it's been great. I feel like a lot of guys in the secondary is about to thrive.
Certainly, you look thicker. You look like you've had a great offseason.
Yes, sir.
What's the goal to try to make sure this doesn't happen again? Because if it doesn't, you're a great corner. So
right.
How do you stay on the field?
Doing what I can do. You know what I'm saying? Following protocol, following what my coaches want me to do. Wherever they want me at is kind of where I'm going. I'm just sticking to the script.
So it gets bigger up here, and it is to get stronger and things.
Oh, yeah. It definitely gets stronger. You know what I'm saying? It's been a while since I've ran, so you know what I'm saying. I got to burn a little bit, but that comes with it. And I know the more I progress with my rehab and with my workouts, I know I'll be able to do it. So yeah.
What do you make of the cheetah room? And I know you guys have some new guys in there.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of new guys in there, but they've been good so far. Being on the sideline, being able to coach those guys and watch them perform, it's been great. We got Coach West coaching the Cheetahs a little bit, so those guys are buying in. Like it's a demanding position, so just learning what the coaches want you to learn and taking your time, making sure you're studying your film, make sure you're studying your details and everything like that. Yeah, I think those guys have been doing a really good job.
You mentioned Coach West. What stands out about just these first few weeks of spring with him?
He's he's not really the yelling type. He's more of a quiet coach, I would say, but he means well. So when he's coaching you up, he's not really doing it yelling it, but you take in what he's telling you because he's coming from a place of love and a place of wanting you to grow. So yeah, he's been a great coach. He's been a great addition to the staff.
Well, and specifically, what's he bringing to that cheetah room? I know it's early in the spring, but what do you think he brings to that room?
I just think experience. Him and Coach V have coached together before, so he knows what Coach V wants as a coach. So knowing what Coach V wants, he's applying it to us, and feeding it to us and telling us what we need to do to make sure we can be the best we can be on that field.
How's the matchup going with the wide receivers? It's a new group out there. So, what have you seen out of those guys, and if they impressed you or not?
It's been good. It's been a real back and forth battle. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of new receivers, a lot of new DBs, so it's been a back and forth battle. But man, they're competing. They're out there competing. And I like the receiver room. They look really good.
Sammy got a lot of run last year. But what you make just of his growth throughout the season? Certainly,
you said who?
Sammy.
Sammy, yeah.
Certainly, it's kind of we're on the shelf. He was the guy that got to develop a whole lot.
Yeah. He was a young guy, so he went kind of through his young guy phase, but now he's ready to grow, man. He's been doing good, taking the details, learning from guys like Danny, this past year and stuff like that. I feel like he's really ready to take a leap.
What have you seen from a young guy like Reggie playing
cheetah position?
He's been good. He's been good. He's one of those guys. He's bonding to the details. He's doing his best, to get up there every day and learn more film. And he's taking the coaching that's given to him. Me not being in there, I'm able to coach him up a little bit. And it's never questioning me or questioning the coaches. He's soaking everything in, and that's big time. I feel like he's gonna be really good.
Talking about some of the new players on the team, one of them is Jacob Henry, the son of Mark Henry. Have you guys ever talked about that sort of thing? Just joked around with him about that?
I joke with him all the time about it. I call him Mr. Henry, but he hates it though. But to be honest, he's kind of told me he's figured out his own path. He wants his own identity. So I joke with him about it, and now it's just I just call him Mr. Henry every day. But we play about it. But yeah, he has his own identity, man. So yeah, I like him a lot. He's a cool dude.
There been any young guys in the secondary stand out to you?
Yeah, definitely. Cortland Guillory, he's been really good. Malik Hawkins has been good. Reggie, he's a sophomore, so he's still a young guy. He's been really good. Those are the guys I can think of from the top of my head. But yeah, those guys right there, man, they've been thriving. They've been looking really good.
Kendel, was there ever a part of you when you had that injury that you thought, am I ever going to be the same football player? Was that a mental hurdle you had?
Yeah, I'll be honest. Man, when you have an injury like that, and that being, I've never had a serious injury, so that being my an injury I never had, man, I'm gonna be honest, you kind of think in your head, like, am I ever gonna play football again? And in that moment, I was thinking that, there was so much going through my head. But like I said, it's all a part about the process of growing. It was why did this happen to me? How am I gonna shake back from it? And now it's like, oh no, I'm motivated. I'm doing everything I can so I can be like myself or be better. I think in my head I'm gonna be better, and I trust in God's plan, and I trust in the coaching staff. I trust in the training staff to get me back to be the player I was or even better. So.
I remember when it happened that the whole team came over and talked to you. Who were some of the guys that maybe helped you through that whole process?
To be honest, all of them. Them being out there on the field with me, that every guy coming up and letting me know that they had my back. It wasn't one of those things like, oh, we're just doing that for the TV. Like once in the locker room the next week, those guys were telling me every day, like, man, we're here for you. Anything you need. They were just pouring into me heavy. So all those guys, to be honest.
What went into you deciding to start a podcast?
What was that?
Your podcast.
Yeah, you said why did I do it?
Like what went into that?
Kind of just with my injury, sitting down and reflecting. It's something I've always wanted to do, but sitting down and reflecting on it, I feel like I have a very motivational story, and I love to learn people's stories. So I just kind of thought about it, prayed on it, and I feel like God's been putting on my heart to start one. To use my platform to help people, and also it helps me a lot. Being able to sit down and talk. So that was kind of the motivation behind it. And at first it was just thoughts, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna make it happen. So that's kind of where I'm at with it.
Kind of part of the scumbag media now.
Yeah. I feel like I'm a media guy now. But yeah, no, it's fun though. It's fun. It's something I figured out. I've learned about myself that I like doing. So yeah, I'm having fun with it.
Cool.
Did you follow any of the junior college stuff about guys getting extra years of eligibility that came from junior college?
Yeah, I heard about it. I feel like at first the rules were kind of up in the air. Everybody was just saying a bunch of stuff. You got a JUCO guy saying, man, I got 3 years left. I'm like, man, so I didn't really know too much about it, but learning the rules, like they finalized the rules. So yeah, that's all I really learned about it. But for me, it applied differently because technically I only played 3 games, so I already had a red shirt. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I didn't really know too much about it. But.
Appreciate it.